thank you so much, Dan, for that kind introduction and the very warm welcome here. I want to start by recognizing that we're all gathered on the traditional and unceded territory of the Tsleil-Waututh, the Musqueam, and Squamish First Nations. We are at BC Hydro, we cherish and value the relationship we have with all three nations, and we are privileged to be on the path of reconciliation. I'm just so honored to be here on your special day. It's a great opportunity for me to be part of the celebration of your achievements as part of the School of Energy and the Broadcast and Media Communications program from the School of Business and Media at BCIT. I feel like I'm looking out at the future here. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing to see. You are graduating at an exciting time. We are in the midst of a 1 in a 100-year energy transition as we move from a society dominated by the use of fossil fuels to one powered by clean electricity and other low-carbon energy sources. About 70% of the total energy we use here in British Columbia still comes from greenhouse gas-emitting fossil fuels, and that needs to change. We know from history that such transitions can be wrenching and distressing. Change will bring both challenges and opportunities. Companies and institutions will have to adapt, and some will fall by the wayside. But new ones will take their place, including Indigenous companies and partnerships that need to be part of the energy transition. And there will be many jobs in the future that don't even exist today. We have many grads from BCIT working at BC Hydro. And many of you in this room will join our industry in the energy sector to help create and implement solutions for this energy transition. And while each of you will follow your own path, I know one thing is certain. There is no end to education, and your whole life will be a process of learning. My father taught me about the transformational power of education. And he started out with little formal education and experienced the headwinds that caused for him. So it was a significant milestone in my life and for my family when I graduated with an engineering degree from UBC. And even though I finally had that piece of paper with my name on it, that paper I worked so hard to achieve, I can admit now that I really didn't know what I was going to do with my life. At that time, being the president and CEO of BC Hydro was certainly not on my list of career objectives, and I can tell you that I had no master plan to get from there to here. But life took me on a winding path, as it will for you, and there were opportunities and challenges along the way that made me who I am today. So what wisdom can I pass on to a group of graduates who are ready to take on the world? First, it's important to find your fit. And by that, I mean finding a place that aligns with your values and allows you to work with people that you respect. I've worked my entire career at BC Hydro, a single company, and I recognize that's a path that is not for everyone, and it's one that's becoming less common these days. And I can tell you it wasn't that common even when I was starting out. But the reason I stayed for so long is because I was working in a supportive environment that aligned with my values and working with people who shared those same values. The second piece of advice would be willing to try different things and add diversity to your path in life. Don't limit yourself to a single defined route. And I don't mean jumping around, because there's tremendous value in spending time in a role, in a job, in a vocation, and getting really good at it. But be open to experiencing a different experience, even if you're not actively looking for the next move. Every month or so, I join our onboarding sessions for new employees at BC Hydro. And I always encourage them to find ways to say yes when opportunities come up, and whether those opportunities are large or small. And sometimes we think about opportunities as something for us. Opportunities are equally chances to help someone else or others. And third, know that those opportunities will come. Many times, doors open because of relationships you make along the way. And I'm a big believer in mentors, and I encourage you to seek them out. At a key point in my career, one of my mentors suggested I took what appeared to be a downward move in the organization in order to build out my own leadership skills. It was a great learning moment for me because I learned that growth isn't always about climbing up a ladder. It's about developing and growing as a person and a leader. I also want to acknowledge there's always some luck involved in a successful career, in a successful life. And there's being in the right place at the right time, and we know that can make a difference. At the same time, small things matter too, and they matter a lot. And they can help you create luck, create the circumstances for you to be successful. Things like being positive, demonstrating success for your fellow human beings and fellow employees, returning calls, and showing up on time. All those things matter. And importantly, you need to be transparent when you make a mistake. We all make mistakes. If you make a mistake, own up to it. You have to learn from them in order to be better. I want to congratulate all of the graduates here today on the tremendous success and hard work you've experienced to date. And I wish you continued success in whatever path you choose to take as you move forward with your educational journey through life. Congratulations. Thank you very much.